Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do the Gemini horoscope for November. Thanks for joining me. So, there's still a lot happening in the heavens, but dear Geminis, you'll be glad to hear that your ruler Mercury is turning direct on the 4th. So that will make things go smoother in your communications and technology areas, because Mercury really loves to muck about with those things when it's retrograde. Okay, the other bit of news is that Mars is turning direct on the 14th of the month, so that will also help everybody out. And at the end of the month, on the 30th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse, okay? And for you, that's in your 12th house, okay? The house of the goddess, the house of the unconscious. So I'll talk about that in a moment. But if you're new, I'll just briefly explain what I do, because I do things a little bit differently to some people. With my horoscopes, I like to also pick or draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. Then we'll have a look at your horoscope in depth, and then at the end I'll do a psychic channeling, just whatever I get. Okay, so do stick around for that, okay, because I never know what I'm going to say. Anything could come out, and does. Okay, so if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Alrighty, let's go to the board and see what the cards have to say firstly. So I will just shuffle these up. I've already pre-shuffled them, and we're going to see what we get. Okay, first card, which is a key, and I like to say for the first half of the month, but you know, timing has its own way, its own intelligence, and in spirit there's no such thing as time. So these lot of cards on top just jumped out, so we're going to go with the top card, and I'm closing my eyes now. I see you closing doors to the past, okay? There's 2 double doors in front of me closing, and this means that, you know, you're going to make some fresh decisions, some new decisions about you know, what you're going to keep in your life and what you're going to let go of. There's a big tree in front of me. I feel it is you, but it could also be a family member. And I see the tree, it's like it's been laying over, it's been bent, like the wind has been so severe, so critical in fact, that it's sort of pushed this tree right over. However, now I see the tree standing up. It's standing up stronger and more upright than ever before. It's like you could even feel like you're getting taller, okay? So life is returning to a new shade of normal, but you'll be bigger, feeling more confident, and bigger, you know, larger than life, that type of thing. Okay, let's have a look what the card is. It's the Page of Swords, and it is about you making decisions about what you're going to keep in your life. You see the sword here? This is all about cutting things off from the past, making decisions. So you keep some things, you let go of some things, and it's up to you to make those decisions about what you keep. The other thing I'm getting a vibe on as I'm talking is the small intestine. In Chinese medicine, the process of absorption and assimilation goes on in the small intestine. So do be careful with your digestion this month, because it's like your small intestine could be under some pressure or stress in deciding what food to assimilate. So when we're talking about food, I'm not just talking about physical food, I'm talking about spiritual food. So the people that you listen to, be careful what you accept as true. Because and you know, if you've been following me, you'll know I've been talking a fair bit for months about misinformation and disinformation. There is still a lot going on. And so I feel like people could have problems with their digestion, in that they're assimilating things that are not good for them, like, you know, eating some poisonous food, and the spiritual correlation of that is accepting misinformation and disinformation. Okay, so there are some birds up here at the top, so that means look at the big picture. Don't get caught down in the detail. Now, looking at the second half of the month, let's see what we come out with. second half of the month for gorgeous Geminis. Okay, I'm going to go with that card. Closing my eyes now. Okay, I see those birds now in my mind's eye, and they're all aflutter. So they've had a little bit of a fright, or a little bit of a discombobulation, so to speak, and they're fluttering and in the air, and they're sort of flying all over the place. So do be careful in the second half of the month. Be ready for anything, because you're going to hear something probably in the news, or maybe from friends or family, but it is disconcerting and you might be taken aback. I feel like, actually I want to say for everybody on the collective, I feel like not just Geminis but everybody, there's something that's going to come out that is really and truly shocking, as if we couldn't be shocked anymore. I mean, every day is like, if you watch the news, every day is like a shock. It's just like, how can that be happening? There's something else here that is just going to put us on the back foot. And you know, it's really a huge revelation that is shocking. And so I see the birds all in the sky, just, you know how when there's like an earthquake or a natural disaster, and all in the Hollywood movies, all the animals just sort of start moving away from the scene, you know, and that's, I feel like in spirit that's already happening. So it's like, just prepare yourself. Okay, make yourself secure. You're going to be okay. It may not affect you directly at all. And I definitely feel this is something in the news. Okay, it's probably a political stunt or something like that. Okay, so the card that comes up is the Six of Cups. This is really a very positive card. You could be feeling happier. You might hear about this political stunt and it's almost like a sigh of relief or something like that, because this card denotes joy. And it's the sort of joy that just it's like when, like getting out of prison, the captives are freed, that sort of feeling. You can see all the cups here with the flowers in the cups. There's so much growth here with the green. There's the tree here. See the tree I was talking about before, standing upright and stronger and taller than ever. So despite, this is the trick, you see, this is the thing. Despite what's going on in the outside world and how awful and shocking that things can be, don't lose your center of gravity within. Okay, if you hold on to that energy within, then nobody can ever take that away from you, despite whatever is happening in the external world. Okay, so that's it for the cards. Now we're going to go to the board, and I'm just going to make that a bit bigger so that you can see more clearly. Okay, so, all right. And I'll just sharpen that up for you. Okay, here we go with your horoscope. 21st of October to the 21st of November. Sun in your 6th house here. You're doing your best work now. Examine how you use your time and energy. You could have insight and awareness, particularly around a self-improvement program. Health and well-being could be highlighted, and you may receive some insights and awareness about your vitality. 26th of October to the 21st of November, Venus in your 5th house here. Okay, so this is all about entertainment, leisure, pleasure, creativity, the world of the child, and romance. So there's a lot happening in this house here, but it is indicative of fun, okay, and entertainment, amusement. And you could find you're having more communications with children, even your inner child, which is the most important thing. There could be a lot of communications about romance and creativity. You could meet someone new at this time. 26th of October to the 21st of November, Venus also in your 5th house. You could be feeling very creative, inspired, and you express your loving feelings now art, music and cultural events are also favoured, as well as romance. 30th of October to the 7th of November, Mercury squares Saturn. You could be feeling a bit pessimistic. You see the foolishness in others' plans. There could be some difficulties in communications, especially with the added issues of Mercury retrograde up until the 4th of the month. Keep your thoughts and feelings close to your chest just for the moment. 30th of October to the 7th of November, Mercury conjuncts Mercury. You could be feeling mentally alert, sharp and very clear. Intellectual curiosity is piqued. That's P-I-Q-U-E-D. It's a great time to study and to plan. 9th of November to the 1st of December already. Can you believe it? The year's just about over. Won't be too far now. Mercury then moves into your 6th house of your everyday routine. You could be thinking about work or your health or well-being. Reading and learning are important to you now. You might learn a new technique or a new skill. You could be talking about your health and well-being or your everyday work. 5th of November to the 17th of November, Jupiter conjuncts Pluto, which gives you a strong need for personal approval and success. You may want to better yourself and advance your life in some way. Freedom and independence are more important than usual. But there could be some power struggles as other people try to stop you. But if you keep at it, success is likely. You know, people don't like to have to fit in when you change, okay? They want to stay stuck back in the past and relate to you in a certain way, and you're growing, and so change is certain. And so that means that they have to put in extra energy in their minds to adapt to your changes. That's why people don't like it. I could talk about that a lot, but we won't. Okay, ask me in the comments if you're interested about that. 14th of November, new moon in your 6th house brings new beginnings at work or in your health and well-being. And so it's a brand new start. You could start a new job, or maybe you get a promotion or something like that, and there's some new procedures or something like that in your work. And then on top of that, in the 6th house, you've got 20th of November to the 15th of December. Venus then moves into your 6th house there. So see all of this here, how much activity you've got going on here. This brings peace and harmony at work and a smooth flowing relationship in your daily life. You could play a peacemaker or even a matchmaker. A pleasant break is called for. If you can get away from work and go somewhere beautiful for a day or two, that would be great. 20th of November to the 21st of December, Sun then moves into your 7th house of significant partnerships, okay, very close partnerships. This could be someone like your lover, your husband, or somebody that you've worked with for a very long time and that you're very close with, okay? This is going to take up much of your attention. It's time to cooperate and compromise because the emphasis is on we rather than me. It's a great time to consult a professional consultant such as a lawyer or an accountant or a counsellor. 25th of November to the 5th of December, Jupiter squares Mercury. There are big plans in your future. You're full of enthusiasm and optimism. Do your best to be practical and realistic as well. Success is likely if you keep your feet on the ground, but you do want to spread your wings and visit new places and broaden your horizons in this time. 26th of November to the 6th of December, Jupiter conjuncts Saturn. This is a time when you have to make a major decision in your life, but it might be difficult because you have to let go of the past and you have to decide which bits you keep and which bits you let go of. Remember this card that came up right at the beginning? That's what this is saying, in fact. See how the cards often work. The cards often work in with the horoscopes. Just amazes me. Okay, so you're shedding your old identity now like a snake shedding its skin. and that's because you're growing. Okay, so that's wonderful. 30th of November to the 20th of December, Mercury in your, sorry, I've put Mercury in the 12th house. That's not right. Mercury is not in the 12th house. So that must be, okay, it's the full moon. Sorry, I've written the wrong thing there. 30th of November, full moon, lunar eclipse in your 12th house here. Okay, this is major for you because you could be feeling especially sensitive, and you might find that your natural intuition is really increasing. It's a time of spiritual renewal, and a lot of things are going to be released once and for all. You're on your way to freedom. So it doesn't sound, you know, when you just say, oh yeah, the moon's there, but this house here is like unknowable. We can sort of skirt around the edges. I call it the house of the goddess. It's a dark place, it's a quiet place, and it's time to sort of really reflect and go back over your life and what suits you. You've also got Uranus and Lilith there as well. So there's a lot going on. It's really good in November, gorgeous Geminis, if you can have some time out to reflect. Okay, because you're going to let go of a lot, and these things have been holding you back in some way. Alrighty, so now I'm going to close my eyes and see what I can see for you, gorgeous Geminis, for November. I get the number 7. This might be actual, like you might have something to do with somebody at a number 7, or it has some special meaning for you. But the first thing that comes to my mind is it's a very spiritual number, but sometimes a sacrifice is called for. And it could be something as simple as you just clean out your closet and let go of clothes. You might be, you know, sort of attached to having a lot of stuff, and you might have to let some stuff go so that you can bring more space into your life. That's really important. Okay, so make the sacrifice, let go of the past. Now they're showing me a crib with 2 little babies in the crib. They're almost like twins. They're the same age, and they're both sucking on bottles. And so this is like a baby, a new venture, a new job, something major coming into your life. I also feel this could be your friend or someone close to you that is in a similar position to you. So I feel energy coming up. Dentistry might be required, and what it is it's like your childhood coming back. So issues from your childhood that you couldn't completely resolve or complete when you were a child because it wasn't safe to do it, to go through that stage. It may be something like poverty or some illness in the family, something like that, and it was hard for you as a child to deal with it, and I feel like it's coming back. So do be open to it, because you can release that energy in November and be free of that. It's like it's been sitting down deep in your 12th house, in your subconscious, for a long time, and that has been holding you back. But of course, if you need dental work, don't put it off. I feel like it'll clear quite quickly. It came up, it was fairly strong, fairly severe, but I just felt the energy then just sort of drain out of me very quickly. So, you know, you can, if at the first sign of trouble with any teeth here, or even your jaw here, where the jaw hinges onto the skull, the temporomandibular joint, if you can find somebody that does, it's called TMJ therapy, it's a type of massage to massage your jaw, that will actually release a lot of the stuff from your childhood. And that might be in your astrology. I was talking about the 5th house there, a lot going on in the 5th house with Venus and also Mercury there, and living close to the world of the child. This seems to me that it's your child, your inner child, and so you might find you're having a lot of memories of things that happened when you were at school, for example, or even before. Okay, so that's it this month. I hope you found it helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you can relate to anything I've said. I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell right now. So I think if I had to put one word on the situation for you in November, gorgeous Geminis, it's a bit of a relief. I feel like things are going to come up and then you're going to feel much better afterwards after they're dealt with. Okay, have a great and insightful month, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.